I'm going to be showing you how to do this drugstore blue smoky eyed makeup look. I hope you enjoy and I'll see you guys soon. Bye! I've already moisturised and prepped my skin, so to start off with I'll be using the NYX Shine Killer Primer. I'm just going to apply a pea-sized amount all over my skin, especially concentrating in any areas where I get the most oily. For foundation today, I'm going to be using a mixture of the Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation and the L'Oreal True Match in Ivory Rose. I'm just going to apply those using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. To conceal my breakouts, I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade number 1 Fair. I'm just going to apply that concealer onto the back of my hand. And I'm just going to apply that using my Zoeva 142 Concealer Buffer brush. I'm just applying this concealer using the brush and then gently patting it in using my finger to create a flawless transition between the concealer and the foundation. I'm going to move on to fill in my brows and we'll come back to finishing off the face later. To fill in my brows, I'll be using the NYX eyebrow powder in dark brown, brushing through my brows to make sure all the hairs are going in the directions I want them, and then I'm just going to start filling them in. I'm going to go back to the Collection concealer and just carve out my brows. I haven't found a drugstore eyelid primer that I'm loving just yet, so I'm going to be using my concealer. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade 1, which is Fair. Now if you can't get this in your country, then you could always use something like the LA Girl concealers, which are very similar products. Apply a touch of this concealer just directly onto the eyelid. Using my finger, I'm just going to blend that concealer out. To set my eyelid primer or concealer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Touch Me eyeshadow. You can use any kind of cream or light beige or skin tone shadow for this. I'm just going to apply that eyeshadow all over the lid and I'm going to take it up to under my brow. This will also act as a highlight. For eyeshadow today, I'll be using the Sleek Nautical palette, and this is the Calm Before the Storm palette. I'm going to start by taking this taupey mauvey shade here. I'm just working this directly into the socket and into the crease and then blending out. Using small circular and windscreen wiper motions, I'm just going to go back in and just intensify that crease. This is the Crown C441 Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm just going to really blend out all of that taupey grey shadow just to diffuse that. Next, I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. I'm mainly concentrating this in the inner corner and the centre of the lid. I'm just going to blend that pencil out using my finger. This is just an easy way of creating an eyeshadow base, so we can use a light colour or a bright colour eyeshadow on top of it, and it's really going to make it pop. I'm going to go back to the eyeshadow brush we used earlier and just roll that brush just around the edges of that white pencil. Going back to that Sleek Nautical palette, I'm going to take this lightest shadow here and just apply that in the inner corner. Next, I'm going to take this beautiful kind of aqua teal shade and I'm going to apply this in the centre of the lid. Finally, I'm going to take this beautiful blue shade here and just apply that onto the outer edge of the lid. I'm going to go back to that big fluffy brush we used earlier and I'm just going to blend those out into each other to create a flawless transition. Back to that dark taupey grey colour, and once again I'm just going to work that into the crease. Blend out that grey shadow. To darken up my lash line, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Big Eyes liner, and I'm just going to run the black end all along the inner waterline and all over the lash line. And I'm just going to take a small fluffy pencil brush and just blend out that black eyeliner. my lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Contour Club-In eyeliner, and this is in shade Blue Neon. And I'm just going to apply this all underneath my lower lash line into the centre of my pupil. Next, I'm going to go back to that big eyes liner and just again apply it on my outer edge of my waterline and my lower lash line. And I'm going to take that small pencil brush and just blend out those two eyeliners. I'm going to add a coat of the Rimmel Wonderful mascara. For lashes today, I'll be wearing the Vegas May Grand Glamour lashes. I'm just going to apply one more coat of the Rimmel Wonderful mascara. To conceal the under eye area, I'll be using the L'Oreal Lumi Magique. And I'm just going to blend that in using my makeup sponge. I'm also going to apply a small amount of the L'Oreal Touch Magique. I'm going to set that concealer using the I'm going to set my under eye concealer using the Maybelline Matte Maker pressed powder. To contour, I'm going to be using the NYX Wonder Stick Cream Contour, and I'm just going to roll this in my hollows of my cheeks and along my forehead. Blend the contour out using my Miracle Complexion sponge. To set my contour, I'll be using the NYX Taupe Blusher. And to highlight, I'll be using the highlighting end of that Wonder Stick. And once again, I'm just going to blend that out using my makeup sponge. For blusher, I'll be using the Sleek Face Form palette, and I'm just going to apply a small amount of that blusher using my Real Techniques blush brush. And to highlight, I'll be using the highlighting powder from the same Sleek Compact. Just going to run that on the highest points of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Finally, I'm going to finish off the look using some lipstick. Today I'll be using the Maybelline Tantalizing Taupe lipstick. And here is the finished look. This is my blue smoky-eyed drugstore makeup look. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I think it's so much fun sometimes to try playing with new colours and to do new looks that you wouldn't normally wear. I wouldn't normally wear blue eyeshadow, but I've tried it out today and I think I'm digging it, you know. I think I like it. What do you guys think? Do you like blue eyeshadow? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and of course if you enjoyed this video then please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome back. So this is the